Good evening, I'm Jake Tapper, and welcome to the 2024 presidential election in America. Over to you, Wolf.
We're counting down to the first results from our exit polls. In about an hour, we'll get an early read on what voters are thinking as they cast their ballots. Then, buckle up for a suspenseful night. Voters in all 50 states are having their say in the heated fight for 270 electoral votes, the number needed to win the White House.
It's time for the poll closings. They are getting closer now, so let's take a look at them. Tonight, the presidential election is between incumbent President Joe Biden and former UN ambassador and governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley. And we are going straight to the 7 p.m. poll closings. Out of the state of Kentucky, we can project that Nikki Haley has won, taking all of those 8 electoral votes. Also, in the state of South Carolina, her home state, Nikki Haley will prevail. Joe Biden, however, will win in the state of Vermont, easily taking that northeastern New England state. And in Virginia, a very early call in the previously battleground state of Virginia. And here you see the map starting to shape up with a few colors, a red and a blue, and a red and a blue there. And it's time for the 7 p.m. poll closings out of the state of West Virginia. And we can project that Nikki Haley has won the state of West Virginia, taking those 4 electoral votes. And as you are seeing the map now, it is 21 for Republican Nikki Haley and 16 for President Democrat Joe Biden. Now it is the 8 p.m. poll closings, and we have results from a bunch of new states. In the state of Oklahoma, Nikki Haley has won, taking all of those electoral votes. She will also win in the state of Tennessee, as well as Mississippi and Alabama. Going to the state of Illinois, Joe Biden will easily win these blue Midwestern states and all of their 19 electoral votes. He has also won in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and the District of Columbia, a huge batch of northeastern states going to Joe Biden. We can now also project that Indiana, one of the first polls to close this night, has now gone to Nikki Haley for a small writing error there. And we can see that the south is shaping up red and the northeast is shaping up blue, and the swing states, we do not have the results from any of them yet.
I think there's a lot of hurt out there. There's a moral victory and there's a political victory. They're not the same thing. The political victory still may come. But I think for people who for people who are sending their kids into schools where the N-word is now being used against them, for people who have seen this wave of intolerance, they wanted a moral victory tonight. We wanted to see a repudiation of this direction for the country. And the fact that it's this close, I think, it hurts.
It's now 8:30 p.m. and we can project that the state of Arkansas will go to Nikki Haley. Arkansas going red now. And it is 9 p.m. on the East Coast, and polls have just closed in the state of New York, and it's easy to say that Joe Biden has solidly won the state of New York with its 28 electoral votes. He has also won the state of Michigan. The previously considered battleground state of Michigan will now easily go to Democratic nominee Joe Biden. However, Nikki Haley will win the states of North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, as well as South Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes. She has won all 5 in Nebraska. And we can now see that Joe Biden has taken a solid lead with 130 electoral votes to Nikki Haley's 91. And we can project that Joe Biden has won the state of Colorado. He seems to be running away with the state of Colorado now, between 11 and 12 points win for Joe Biden in that western state. He has also won the state of New Mexico. Joe Biden takes New Mexico with its 5 electoral votes, and it is adding to his total. It is 10 p.m. on the East Coast, and polls are closed in 4 more states, representing not too much electoral votes. Nikki Haley has won the state of Montana, Utah, and we can now call the state of Louisiana also for Nikki Haley. Meanwhile, Joe Biden will win the state of Pennsylvania, the state he was born. Didn't seem to be much of a swing state this year. Pennsylvania goes blue to Joe Biden. He will also win the state of Minnesota. The state that loves the weirdos did not go for Nikki Haley, she was just too boring, and Joe Biden has won the state of Minnesota, which continues its Democratic streak. Looking at the map now, Joe Biden has built up a very consistent lead, 174 electoral votes to 109 for Nikki Haley. It is 11 PM on the East Coast and polls have closed in the West, and we can now say that Joe Biden will win the states of California, Washington, Oregon, Hawaii, and we can project that he has won the state of Maine. He will win all of Maine, even the 2nd district. They are all going for Joe Biden. Meanwhile, Nikki Haley has won the state of Idaho. The very Republican state out west will go to Nikki Haley with its whopping 4 electoral votes. And Nikki Haley now we can project has won the state of Texas. She has won Texas by about 3 points. Not a very solid win, but it does go to her. It was considered a swing state this year, but the Republican candidate has now won Texas. So don't mess with Texas and don't mess with Joe Biden, because he is now at 255 electoral votes and very close to winning and being re-elected President of the United States. And we can now project that Joe Biden has won another Midwestern state, the state of Wisconsin. Corresponding with the re-election of Tammy Baldwin in the Senate, Joe Biden has won the state of Wisconsin, another 10 electoral votes, and he is very close. He is very close now to being re-elected President of the United States. And buckle up, because we are ready to declare history. Joe Biden wins re-election. He is President-elect Joe Biden. He is going to have at least 281 electoral votes when it's all said and done, and we can make this projection now because Joe Biden has won the state of North Carolina. You see, he is holding out there with a bit more than a point over Nikki Haley. North Carolina going blue now for the first time since 2008. And here you have the final electoral map now. Joe Biden going out with one of the biggest victories during the last decades. Something of a Obama-McCain victory, sort of a Clinton-Dole map. Joe Biden wins the presidency and takes most of the swing states. It was an unexpectedly strong showing by Nikki Haley in the state of New Hampshire, which she lost by only 5,000 votes, but Joe Biden won there as well, and this is a solidly bad night for the Republicans. There is, however, some joy in the Republican conference because they have held on to the US Senate and the US House, as well as the majority of the country's governorships. So, Mitch McConnell will remain Senate Majority Leader, and Kevin McCarthy will remain Speaker of the House. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you for the next time.